Well, Woodlands winners back. Inch Perfect, this show's called, and you'll have to watch the last video to probably get the understanding of that. But that's almost going to be the Woodlands motto, I reckon. Stacey White and her Christmas decorations. Hello to you, Stace.
Hi, Paul. I'm pleased you managed to get them in the frame.
I did, and we're just commenting on the novel use of the fire guard in summertime in Australia or New Zealand. It comes in useful for another option when you have very young children. Mr. Mark Hughes, looking like Santa Claus. Hello.
Yeah, morning, mate. I've run out of razor blades, mate, in Melbourne, so might get some work later this month.
You might indeed. It's been a massive week. We're going to have a little bit of an addition to this show and the shows going forward with the NZB yearling sales coming up very shortly. We're going to start rolling over, highlighting some of the yearlings in the draft for Woodlands. Stacey, I'll throw you under the bus. How many is in the draft?
36 this year, Paul.
36.
So I think it might have been the same last year, or very similar to last year anyway. So.
Yep. And we're going to start highlighting them. We've got 2 to highlight this week. We'll start changing it up week in, week out. So they'll be at the end of the show and go from there. We are going to get started. Hughesy, I think we might start with you. We might start with a little horse. I reckon this one will hit a nice little spot for you with Brighton winning the 2-year-old race, the 2-year-old Sapling Stakes in South Australia. This is a lovely filly down by the seaside.
Yeah, look, she's as time's marched on through the season, she's shown a lot of class and won her heat and then rolled into the final there at Globe Derby Saturday night, the $35,000 final, and straight on the lure and won easy. Back-to-back performances in sub 155 around the bike track that is Globe Derby. Beautiful gated pacer. Bred by Leviathan, South Australian breeder Mark Carey, who does a lot of business with us. He was on Seaside since the get-go. He breeds to betters, American Ideal, and Sweet Lou regularly every year. So congratulations to Mark. And another one of these great down by the seaside fillies, mate. His girls just rock.
Yep. And I think that put him pretty close to 2-year-old leading stats, is he not?
Yeah, look, I think in Australia, up until about a couple of months ago, he was certainly he was well down the list, but all of a sudden he's 6th on the 2-year-old size list, closing in on 5th spot behind the big boys, behind Lou, Betters, Captain Treacherous. As I point out to everybody, stands are a long game, mate. And this horse, he has roared at the back end of the season. And I'm very confident there'll be a few more winners for him in Australia with his 2-year-old race in the last month of the year.
Yeah, he is indeed. We will show that video again in a minute. I actually found a little thing that you guys don't know about that I will show you. Stace, we'll cross over to New Zealand. It was a big night of racing in New Zealand. Stella Rouge, we said there, Hughesy said there before about Better's Delight. We keep highlighting him. This was a great win by this filly, worked hard early. Couple of eye catchers behind in this race too, with a down by the seaside filly, Wine List, 3 back the fence, and Arafura, I think, goes 4 back the fence here in a minute. That's last in the picture, the daughter of Sweet Lou, but all honours with the winner, Stella Rouge.
Yeah, for sure. A Group 1 victory here for the daughter of Betters. She's only had the 7 starts, and Tim Williams made the most of a handy draw here to sort of dictate throughout, and she was just too good at the end, which was good to see. She was second on Cup Day and had it all other than on the line. So in the Group 1 there. So it was good to see her pick up that Group 1. Dancing on Moonlight bred her, and we've obviously got a good relationship with them, being big supporters of Better's Delight. But like you said, also some really eye-catching runs from some of those ones further back in the field. The down by the seaside filly Wine Light, she picked up another feature race placing. Fura's just, while not getting great runs and looks like she's still got a bit to learn, I think she's going to be one to watch as a 4-year-old going forward.
Yeah, she's very green. I think we highlighted one of her wins there a while back that she was green. She's learning every time. She's getting better and better every run, and she's terrific. And yeah, the run of Wine Light, go back and watch the replays because they all caught checks behind the galloping Hot and Dangerous, which skiddled a few of them and made it an interesting race for a few of the runners back in the pack. That is for sure. Hughesy, we're going to go back to Melbourne. Benny, What the hell just continues to do it. Have a look at this horse here. Chris Finozio pulls the plugs. Lovemeto just strides out. He is a lovely trotter. I reckon they're going to be enjoying visiting Queensland in the wintertime, mate.
Yeah, look, he was just on the lure there last Saturday night at Melton. Trotted 154.5 and won effortlessly again.
Easy word for you to say.
Back-to-back Melton wins for him. A lot of fun to look forward with him. He's close to $150,000 in earnings now. That's his quickest time on the racetrack. I'm sure he'll be a great Southern Star, and I'm sure he'll, he might meet up with old Bet and Win in Queensland in the middle of winter. So might be a trip for all of us.
Have we had a show yet where we haven't been able to get Kenny's name into the show? You reckon, Hughes?
Oh no! Look, we've got to keep keep help. A smile on Stacey's face. So yeah, look, he was super on Saturday night that point.
Stacey's even got a burglar happening. The dogs are onto it, so they've got everything sorted for Stacey. That's for sure. How is he travelling, Stacey? Still in the paddock? Just quickly.
Yeah, due to come in next week. So hopefully we'll see him back at the track. Plan is for end of Feb. And then all going well, hopefully maybe a Cambridge trot slot if we can get there, and Rowe Cup, Anzac Cup, and then, fingers crossed on to Queensland for winter. Yeah,
long plains good. It'd be good. It'd be good to see a few of these boys hitting the track at the same time too, because he's doing a great job. What the hell? He's got some really, really super horses. They just injuries, unfortunately, and mishaps are just sidelining on both of those two guys. So it does make it a little bit tricky. Stace, while I'm with you, Duchess Megxit, the daughter of Sweet Lou. This is where the name of the show comes from. Inch Perfect, drive by Zach Butcher. She's a beautiful filly for the Pattersons and a lot of the other owners there as well.
Yeah, I mean, what a filly this filly is. She's never been out of the top 3 in her 16 starts to date. It was her 10th win, 3rd Group 1 win. It's a prime example of how that Bettor's Delight Sweet Lou crosses is coming to the fore. We always thought it would, but obviously fillies like this is an exact reason why Sweet Lou was very appealing to Woodlands stud as a sire, being an outcross sire. Obviously crosses with many other sires as well, but definitely the Bettor's Delight mares. So yeah, I mean, it was a perfect drive from a tricky draw from Zach. He didn't panic, waited, and like Matt Cross says, and like you'll hear when you watch the replay in full later, inch perfect drive by him. The Patterson brothers and Mike Ward, they've been big supporters of Woodlands. They don't breed many, but often breeding to our sires, so it's great to see them have the success. And there is some footage of the boys, Thomas mostly, celebrating on the way down the straight, which is great to see. They're really enjoying it and making the most of having such a lovely filly. So yeah, great job by them, by Barry and Scott Phelan and Zach Butcher.
Yeah, it is, and I haven't seen that footage. I must say I'll have to go and look for it. If I had known there was for that footage, I would have chased it up. But it's good to see the passion. They're doing a great job. Mum and Dad won't really like seeing that one as well, but she was still okay. All you need is me running third, so for the Kennys in that. But we don't play favourites on this show.
No, we try not to.
What I want to highlight, guys, too, I'm just going to go back to, before we go on to the yearlings, is Brighton. Now, there is a horse in this race just getting into the picture there now out the back. It's a daughter of Lather Up. I picked it up because I watched the call. Go back and watch the race. It's 50 and 60 metres behind them early, has no gate speed at all. It's buried back on the fence. I know it gets beat a long way, but the daughter of Lather Up done a mighty job. It's out of a mare I actually used to race myself called Bongo Miss. That's how I picked it up. But, the daughter of Lather Up does find the line terrific. And, it's well worth going. As I said, go back to Harness Racing Victoria, watch the replays of Saturday night and watch the run of that filly, another daughter of Lather Up. Needs a bit of luck, but win not far off for her as well. So just another little one that I did find there. Right, I've done everything else, made sure I was organised on the rest of it. We've got 2 yearlings to highlight, and I'm not even on the right page. What have I done here? That's unlike me. But who's going to do which one? I'll start with lot number 51. Who's going to highlight this one out of you two?
Either or.
Either or.
We're all good.
No, you can do this one. You've got a West Australian connection. You know a lot about them. So this is a good little family. There's 2 Sweet Lou winners out of the family already. But this filly, or this colt, sorry, who is behind the leader, does a good job over there.
Yeah, look, this horse has done a really good job, Sugar Rush, or High Sugar Rush, as it is effective, especially called now in WA. 7th career win from 15 starts, pretty much in the money. 50% win strike rate, but from, one of a great family. So out of a very good mare called Sea of Gold, who in turn was a full sister to Gold Ace, who won over $1 million. Mum's 2-2 for the races, as you say there, Sugar Rush and Lincoln Lou. We sell a half by down by the seaside in the sale in February, and genuinely excited. This is a family that literally will become an ATM for us and for breeders in Australia and New Zealand. Another preeminent family, and quite comfortable in the knowledge that this is going to be a well sought after commodity in February.
Yeah, it is a great family, and as we keep saying, the Seaside's just continued to win. Gold Ace was a stallion as well, or still is. He left a winner the other day somewhere, actually. I was talking to someone in one of me random interviews. I know that, and they had a winner in Bathurst. So Nathan Goulding it was, but I can't remember the name of the horse. I can remember everything else. Stace, the other one. Now, this one goes for a little bit because this is just a sensational drive by Chris Alford on a horse I think it's getting younger as what the Sweet Lou's tend to do. But you can see the baldy face, 1 out, 3 back, Can't Find a Better Man, offering up a half brother to Can't Find a Better Man in this year's sale. He's going to be on a lot of people's radars, this bloke.
I would imagine so. I mean, the mare, she's done a great job, not just with this guy, but she's left the likes of She's No Lady, who won a Group 2, Wicked Wanda, who's being a good performer for our syndicates at the moment. She's never far away, and this guy, like you say, he just seems to keep improving with age. He hasn't got, correct me if I'm wrong, he hasn't got a Group 1 yet, but he definitely deserves one. He's never far away, and I think like his record is pretty impressive. He's the sort of horse that you'd love to get and love to be racing. He doesn't seem to miss any of those big races, so he seems to be a pretty sound, touch wood, don't want to jinx anybody, seems to be a pretty sound horse. So I think all things going well, he should be a force to be reckoned with in the final, hopefully. Obviously there's some more heats tonight. Didn't actually look to see what he'd drawn. Mark, do you know?
Yeah, look, he's drawn the back line tonight at Bathurst,
yeah.
But look, he's in that race up to his ears. I would say to everybody, I'm quietly confident this horse, might just well be the horse to beat in the final. I know Minstrel's going good, but, it's a long way from Gloucester Park to Menangle. This horse is cherry ripe to win this big race.
Yeah, and 19 wins to date and over $400,000 in stakes. So definitely an impressive family. When you look at the page of Better Be a Lady as Dam, who's a Better's Delight mare. So and again, down by the seaside, the cross with Better's Delight seems to be one that's looking like it's going to be a pretty good cross in the future. So yeah, hopefully there'll be a few takers on this colt. I imagine all the big heavy hitters should be looking at him, but definitely worth everybody having a look because you never know what they're going to go for.
No, and when you said before about his Group 1 status, Stacey ran second in the Queensland Derby and third in the New South Wales Chariots of Fire. So 2 high-quality Group 1 races that he's been placed in, and I tend to agree with you. A win in one of those is not too far around the corner.
Yeah. One of the few horses that actually has Leap to Fame, a notch on his belt for beating Leap to Fame in the Southeast Queensland Derby as a 3-year-old. So very few horses have got that little notch on their belt. That's
right, and that's the second in the Queensland Derby is actually 2 Leap to Fame as well.
Yeah, yeah. He's a genuine, bona fide free for all of this horse, and he'll just keep getting better like his father did.
Yep, and off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure the Chariots was won by Leap to Fame as well. So it's a serious horse. It's going from there.
Absolutely.
Stace, anyone wants to get in touch with about these yearlings over there, best person to call?
Probably Tony Grayling or Kelly Blakemore, either or are well and truly in the knowledge. They've been dealing with these yearlings since they were born pretty much. Well, not pretty much, definitely since they were born. So they know these horses inside and out and can answer any questions. The draft will be available for viewing at the Auckland bus tour that NZB will be running. Dates should be published on that soon. I believe Kelly was saying the 21st of January, but don't quote me on that. And then obviously we welcome private viewings on farm, and the yearlings obviously will be at Karaka a couple of days before the sales for any viewings that people want to do before the sale itself.
Yep, and Campbell's coming, so we're doing plenty. I'm hoping to get across there prior to January, so all going well. Try and just do a random farm visit and just try and check out a few. So going from there, the catalogue has gone live online. The NZB catalogue has gone live online, and catalogues are on their way as well. So anyone wanting those in Australia, I think if you want them, get in touch, because there'll be a box either come to myself. You might get a box too, usually I don't know. And there's also a box in Sydney. So there's plenty of opportunity for people to get there and get their 36 lots going under the hammer for the team at Woodlands. Still breeding season though. Don't forget the boys. Get in touch with the guys, Stace, Mark, Cam Grant, and all the team. Guys, inch perfect. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Cobber.
Ebony's Avenger, Jazz Spur, She's Ruby Rouge, about to get clear here, but had to get away from the pigs to do it, and it's 25 off the lead. Love Me Too opens up, got away on Nephew of Sunoco. Illawong Lara J struggles. Off the back, 28.4, and Love Me Too shot clear. Open up a pretty healthy lead now. Sundance Courage outside Nephew of Sunoco. She's Ruby Rouge getting home. Then Ebony's Avenger, but it's all Love Me Too. Love Me Too well out in front. Sundance Courage, and right down the outside is She's Ruby Rouge, but Love Me Too easily. Love Me Too first, seconds close. She's Ruby Rouge got second on the line.
Second quarter, 29.2, 61 the half. Into the trail, Joyride. Captain's Mistress now parked in the 1-1 General Jen. 3 back on the inside is Winelight, followed 3 wide by Forever Dream, then Orlett's. 3 wide and 1 back, Nothing But You, and then Arafura. The leader though is Stella Rouge, 450 out. On the outside, Captain's Mistress shaken up. They're followed by Joyride, who's driven up in the trail. General Jen not offering a lot. Winelight comes out under her, and then came Arafura, but it's Stella Rouge, 28.9, third quarter. Can Captain's Mistress wear her down again? She's 2 lengths away. Joyride sticks on into the clear now. Winelight, Stella Rouge, 2.5 in front. Captain's Mistress, Winelight, for then came Joyride. Stella Rouge inside the 100 metres though. 3 clear for the Checkered Army, and Stella Rouge wins the Ace of Diamonds. Stella Rouge by 3 lengths beats Captain's Mistress. Third maybe just Winelight from
100 to go. Boots away, Machete Roulette's really trying to stick with her. 6 or 7 metres away then to Kitty Cat Cutie, making ground the inside Talk in the USA, but Brighton, she's having a really good time of things here at Globe Derby. She's well clear. Machete Roulette's running a really brave race and is starting to peg into the margin. They're well clear of Kitty Cat Cutie and Talk in the USA, but Brighton runs a third quarter in 29.1, and she's just full steam ahead. Machete Roulette is running a huge race in second. They're miles ahead of the rest, but Brighton's coming down to the line, and Gator won't get an easier drive than that. The fourth quarter will be interesting, but it bolts in. Brighton wins the 2-year-old Pacing Fillies final. Machete Roulette's up for second, now third, a mile away. There's a run, DJ's Miss. It came from nearly last, being tailed off. Kitty Cat Cutie's with it.
The second quarter, and down the Australian pacing goal back straight is Velocipede in front of Bellissimo Quisto. High Sugar Rush on the inside. Major Freeway next from American Monarch. Travel Band still 1 out and 2 back, about 3 from the lead. Call to Arms on the inside, and Springline and Arvinia last. They go off the far turn now and race down toward the Chicken Man 400, and the third quarter again 28.8. It's Velocipede leading. He's ahead in front of Bellissimo Quisto. High Sugar Rush awaiting a run. American Monarch has come 1 off the pegs as Major Freeway 3 wide, and Travel Band 4 deep on the turn. Leader into the straight, Velocipede on the outside. Bellissimo Quisto. Now High Sugar Rush drops down to the Tab Tunch sprint lane. Further out is American Monarch together with Travel Band and Major Freeway, but High Sugar Rush along the sprint lane. Travel Band right on the outside, but it's High Sugar Rush. High Sugar Rush.
It's now racing 3 pegs on the inside. Getting a lovely trippers, Curly James, and then Jib RT. Can't find a better man. The next pair are Pete Said So, racing on the inside of Where You Been Boppin', and Master Catch, one of the real roughies in the race, and Sia Art. They are the last pair. Into the straight they come. First quarter.
30.3, and they'll get the bell lap to go and set a light on the outside. Can't Find a Better Man is trying to catch them napping, goes up, takes over, new leader. Going to the leaders, Can't Find a Better Man. Black Sedancer's going to sit in second spot. They were followed third up on the outside, Star Major, My Moonlight Dream. They've gone a long way from home here. It's game on at the 800. They were followed back on the inside, Zeus Bromac. It's being shuffled back. Next on the outside as they go to the back is Where You Been Boppin'. Curly James is still in that bunch of horses. They were followed then by Sea Art, who's got past a couple. Well back is Jim RT, travelling strongly but needs racing room. And Master Catch and Pete Said So, the last pair. Second quarter was 28. They've gone 58, 3, 400 left to go. Can't Find a Better Man, the leader. Star Major's under pressure. Waiting on a runner's Black Sedans, and then came Curly James. It's being produced to the outside, coming with its run. Off the inside is My Moonlight Dream. Where You Been Boppin', 5, 6 wide. And Zeus Bromac sees a wall of horses. They straighten up for the run to the judge. The leader kicks. Can't Find a Better Man's gone for home here. On the outside, Curly James runs home. And then came Where You Been Boppin'. But it's all Can't Find a Better Man. It's home. Can't Find a Better Man will beat.
On the inside of her is Ultimate Racy Girl, one off Classic Elegance, close enough. She's racing sixth around our Shangri-La. Duchess Megxit follows Classic Elegance, then Louis Girl, Remission, Dynasty, Ruby Rose, Shakira, and Darden's Memory, 600 out, 32 the second quarter, 63.4 for the half. It's All You Need Is Me. A length in front, Treacherous Baby, the outside, then Coastal Babe. Into it quickly, Classic Elegance around the outside, and Duchess Megxit follows her into the race. Then Ultimate Racy Girl from Louis Girl around the corner. The leader is still All You Need Is Me. 29.7 third quarter. Classic Elegance 3 wide. Coastal Babe goes to the inside. Duchess Megxit now peels for her run wider. All You Need Is Me. Classic Elegance and Duchess Megxit over the top. Duchess Megxit has gone to the lead from Classic Elegance and All You Need Is Me. It's Duchess Megxit and Zachary Butcher. The spotlight's yours. Duchess Megxit won the Oaks a length to Classic Elegance. Third across, All You Need Is Me. Ruby Rowe flew late for fourth. Then Treacherous Baby, Coastal Babe, Ultimate Racy Girl, our Shangri-La, Shakira, Remission, Arden's Memory, Dynasty, Courtney Rose, and Louis Girl. Inch Perfect.